Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, the major prophet has not followed spiritually and physically. I want to let you know that one, especially Nigerian leaders, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead already long time ago.
If you don't have enough data, I want to encourage you to go out right now and get enough data to listen to everything the major prophet has to say concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because it is very serious. Pay serious attention to everything he has to say, and don't forget to share the video on social media platform. Share with your friends and loved ones. They need to hear what the major prophet has to say concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless us to do so. Watch this video.
Viewers all over the world, God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching the major prophet. It depends on your time and your location where you're watching the major prophet. I say may God bless every and each of us and continue to give us grace and continue to protect us in the land of the living. Today, major prophet, I come out here to just go straight to the point, because it's important to talk to federal government of what is playing out. Because of these revelations and this message that the Lord has given to I, the major prophet, to pass out there, I cannot sleep but to make this clear. Because I have come to realize that at this point where we are, there are many things that people think that they are for granted, but there are not things that are to be taken for granted. By the grace of God, there's nothing that is happening about this happening in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, the major prophet has not followed spiritually and physically. I want to let you know that one thing about a dead man, a man that is dead, is something that there is nothing you want to do to say that you want to punish the person or you want to deal with the person. When a man is dead and you see a dead man, you cannot go and say, okay, oh, let me demolish his house so that if I demolish his house, he will feel the pain. Oh, let me go and shoot him. If I shoot him, he will feel the pain. Oh, let me go and arrest the brothers and the sisters, and he will feel the pain. No, a dead man does not feel any pain anymore. Even in the Bible is there. So I want to make it clear to all of the people, especially Nigerian leaders, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead already long time ago. That what has happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu long time ago is more than what any man can, after seeing them, and still come out and be a sellout. So what is going on now right now that you're looking at the court case and everything, and the lawyers go, another one come, new ones brought in and all of that. All these things have nothing to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You continually detaining him and putting him in that very detention for many years or for ages. It does not do anything to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But what is it doing? What it's doing is the opposite, because it's going to be an issue for the Nigerian state. Because with this thing that is happening, a lot of things are going to happen. Remember the prophecy I gave you a few days ago, sometimes ago? I told you I see a reshuffle in the military. And also I told you I see what's called a sack. I see what's called removal of a lot of high-ranking military officers. All these things are the reason why when I come out here to prophesy, I am not turning my back, because I know what I see. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already dead ago. What he's doing right now that you are seeing right now, you are not dealing with somebody that is still in the flesh. You are not dealing with somebody that is still a man that is okay, maybe, oh, he's waiting for oil block or whatever that will make him to say, okay, if we do this, we have gotten him, we do that, we have gotten him. Continuous detention and holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very big disaster and a problem to the country. So, major prophet, you ask me, I will tell you that the best thing to be done in this regard is for Nigerian state to wake up and take the right decision and let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be. Because whoever you say that, oh, he's a man, let me deal with him, he will do this. Let me tell you the truth. The truth is that from the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house was invaded, and the people were killed, and many things happened there, a lot of people were shocked. That was the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died. The day that place was invaded, for you to know, this was the reason why. You see, after the invasion and all of that, the mother died, the father died. And so many people that lost their life during that time, that was the time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also died. And when he fled the country, as if somebody that ran away from the country is more of, oh, he's already dead, he's just living there for living sake. But you still went ahead and made that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to resurrect. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria means that he has resurrected from the dead. He's no more in the flesh. He's a resurrected man. A man that has had the highest shock of his life. A man that has lost it all. A man that old person, old nature has been destroyed and buried and gone. And is right now in the new nature. And that is why he said this message, that he has crossed the Rubicon. And Rubicon means the point of no return. He has gone beyond what can be settled out. He has gone beyond what can be signed in. He has gone beyond compromise, and they cannot compromise anymore. So you are not dealing with ordinary person that is alive. That you say, oh, this man is alive. Oh, if I do this, it will touch him. If I arrest this one, it will touch him. If I arrest lawyer, it will touch him. If I tell her, it will touch him. If this, it will touch him. You are no longer dealing with a living man. You are dealing with a man that is dead and has resurrected in a new life. And the new life he has resurrected is the life of freedom or nothing. So, Major Prophet, I come out here to make it clear so that Nigerian state should, as quick as possible, devise means to amicably sort out this matter. Because this matter on daily basis will cause a lot of issues. Many things are going to happen. I, Major Prophet, when I tell you things, you think I'm joking. I told you, I said, I am seeing a military resolve. And I'm seeing what's called a coup. And all of these things I've said to you, all of them have come to pass. Koro. It did not even take time. They were all happening one by one. And what you see that is happening right now is not a joke. It's a smoke. A smoke cannot be without a fire. There's a fire under the ground. We are sounding this because I am a prophet. When anything happens in a country, God will surely ask Major Prophet, why didn't you reveal this? Why didn't you tell this so that the people who are here to hear what the Spirit is saying? So that people who have risen will reason already and know where the dimension is. Because a man that has lost everything, a man that have lost mother, a man that have lost father, a man that have lost followers, a man that have lost account, a man that have lost all of his peace, a man that have lost all this, is a dead man. And there's nothing you can do. Just like a believer, just like a Christian, just like a born again, just like a man of God that is truly a man of God. I'm not talking about abracadabra. I'm talking about a real child of God. The Bible says we are buried with Christ and we have resurrected in a new life. And the life we now live is no more our own. So what we are seeing that is playing out right in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer the life of a living being. It's the life of a spiritual being that is alive to accomplish a mission. And what is that mission? The freedom of his people. What's that mission? The freedom of Biafra people. A freedom that will come to the poor people. A freedom for the common masses. A freedom for even the Nigerian citizens. A freedom that things must be addressed. And when things are properly addressed, this is not the issue of one person. This is the issue of everybody. So what you are seeing and playing out right now is you are dealing with a man who has already gone out of flesh, but is already operating with concentration spiritual task. Because this is a spiritual task. Major Prophet is called to prophesy. Major Prophet is called to do the things of God. Nnamdi Kanu is called to bring freedom and bring liberation to his people and bring this freedom for the nations of the world. And I was told you this in often and often, that this man is called to bring his people to the new land. And when I say people, some people think, oh, only Igbo people. It's for people of Biafra. Oh, maybe because they are people of Biafra, they want to secede. They want to be on their own. It's not about people of Biafra. This is about all of the Nigerian and also the black race. This is all about the people all over the world and all the people who have lost their dignity and all the people who have lost their relevance, all the people who are supposed to be happy in their own God-given continent. Because what you are seeing that's playing out right now, no matter how federal government want to drag this matter, at the dragging of this matter and taking it up and down, at the end you do nothing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already dead. You have to know this, so that when Major Prophet is giving you a message, you have to pay attention and understand how the things of the spirit and principles of the spiritual things, to how they go. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already dead. It's no more in the flesh. That is, oh, this man is in the flesh. Let's give him billions. Let's do this. Let's do that. All of billions and whatever you want to do is a waste of time. So he cannot sign that paper. I told you that I say things to sign, but he said no, that he will not sign. I told you, I gave you the prophecy some months and years ago. I gave you this prophecy. I gave you about everything. He's coming to Nigeria. I prophesied it. And all the court case, I prophesied them. I'm not prophesying them because I am the most holy man on earth or the most righteous man on earth. I'm telling you because God has called me a major prophet of the whole world. And whatever is happening in the black race, in the white race, in anywhere in the world, God will first of all let him know to his servant, the major prophet. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already dead in the flesh and is spiritually alive and is already concentrated and also prepared for the task that is ahead. So my advice is that the government and the people who are in charge of leadership of this country should wake up and devise a proper means. If you don't know what to do, tell the major prophet that we need advice. And if you cannot go back to all the advice I've given you for many years and many months and all of these decades I've been speaking right here on this altar, if you cannot go back to get them, then get back to major prophet. So a major prophet, I can be able to go deeper and bring them those things out from the archive and begin to show it to you what you need to do so that peace will reign. Because this thing will get to a point, even the Hausas will fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Yorubas will fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people in authority will fight for him. And everybody will fight for him. And before you know it, there's a trend in the realm of the spirit that will hijack everybody. Everybody internationally and locally. They will all fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And at the end of it all, you will know that a human being cannot defeat a spiritual being. A spiritual being cannot be defeated by human beings. Human beings will do their own as human beings, while a spiritual man will continue to be a spiritual man. You understand? So that's it. You have to know this, because the Lord will always let his servant know what is right there on the table of the Almighty Jehovah. So my prayer is that peace must reign. The will of God must be done. And that which is made to be, there's no Jupiter on the face of the earth. Come rain or shine, come whatever is ordained to be will surely be at the appropriate time, at the right time. And the will of God and the purpose of God is not for anybody to perish. God does not even want the wicked to perish. God wants them to come to repentance, that all may come to repentance and change from their evil ways and come unto God. That's how God works. So these things are the things you need to understand, so that we will be able to find a way to advance. We need to advance our continent. We need to advance our country. We need to advance our states. We need to advance our judiciary. We need to advance everything that we need to advance in the country that God has given to us. We don't need to be backward. We don't need to be struggling. We don't need to be toiling. We don't need to be having all of this issue. So, major prophet, I've come with a message. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not flesh. That he say, oh, he's a flesh. Let us deal with him. All of the things you are doing cannot get to him, because everything has been spiritually designed to go the way it is going. It's a route. And whether you like it or not, God has already incited you and inserted you into the divine purpose. Divine purpose that will be actualized. You think, oh, I'm the one that is putting anchor on him. You are inserted into the divine purpose. Oh, I am the one that is going to, instead of giving him water, I will make him to let his throat dry. He doesn't need to, I will not give him water. You are inserted into divine purpose. Oh, I am the police officer that want to arrest him. I'm the one that always drag him into the vehicle. You are inserted into divine purpose. This is what all about. This is all about divine purpose for the people of Biafra and the people of Nigeria and the black people and the black race and everything that has to do with the needy, the poor, the people who cannot help themselves. Because major prophet will not leave the prophetic to come and be a politician. Major prophet will not stop being a major prophet and then come and begin to contend and be a politician. Major prophet will remain a major prophet to prophesy to the whole world. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will remain the one that God has chosen to liberate his people. And at the end of it all of our hands will join together and actualize the will of God upon the face of the earth for humanity. Thank you for watching and remain blessed. And don't forget that we must all continue to pray until something great has happened to the glory of God. Because this is what's called emancipation of the whole world. Emancipation of the black race, emancipation of the people of Africa, emancipation of the people of Nigeria, emancipation for the people of Biafra, and also emancipation of the black tribes of this Africa. So God will help us and God will perfect his will, and at the end of it all, the name of the Lord God Almighty will be praised. Thank you for watching. I remain your prophet, Prophet Dr. David Kinglio Elijah, the major prophet, that God has given grace to see beyond the human thinking, to see extraordinary and go beyond human calculation. God bless you and remain blessed. Rakatoso.
I'm sure you have read everything the major prophet has said concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Honestly, I agree with him. If this man is already not dead, he would have given up a long time ago. You cannot kill somebody that is already dead. You cannot do that. I know some of us may want to misunderstand what he's saying. It does not mean that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like is dead and buried. What it means is that his flesh is dead. There is nothing you can do to him right now that will make him shake. You cannot torture him to give up what he believes in. You cannot beat him to give up what he believes in. You cannot shoot him to give up what he believes in. He is ready to die. In fact, he is dead. There is nothing you can do to a dead man again. And that is why they have done everything to try to break his spirit, to try to break him so that he will give up. They have offered him, allegedly offered him certain things so that he will give up the crazy idea of fighting for Biafra. But the man has said no. All I want is Biafra. All I want is Biafra. It reminds me of what I heard about one powerful preacher of old, John Knox, that said, "Oh God, give me Scotland or I die." This is just that case. When somebody say, "This is what I want. If it is not this thing, I am ready to die." And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just as the major prophet has said, has gotten to that point. He is so convinced about what he is fighting over that he is ready to give up anything, if including his life, to achieve it. And that is why I believe that the people from the East, especially the elite, they need to come together and help to save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free him from prison. I honestly don't know why they have decided to continue to keep him there. But the only thing I'm going to ask us to do right now is that we should do well to pray. Let us do well to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that God should keep him safe, that God should strengthen him, that God should empower him and help him to grow through this trying period, because it's not easy. He has been there for more than 5 years, or even more than 10 years. It is not easy. It is not easy. Let's continue to pray for him. Please, please pray for him. And don't forget to share with our social media platform, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless us to do so. I'll see you in the next one. You are blessed.